Millions of Chinese routinely choose acupuncture to treat their illnesses, but I discovered Chinese doctors don't need the acupuncture needles to manipulate qi. They can use their hands.
Massage is taken very seriously, like we would have surgery or pediatrics or OBGYN. Massage is one of the main units of the hospital. These are all doctors. These are people who graduated 5 or 6 years of traditional Chinese medical school and then did a residency of at least 1 year in the hospital and then passed a formal series of examinations and specialized in massage.
Did you study massage here?
I did. This man in the center, Dr. Zhang, is my teacher and one of my favorite teachers, actually.
Dr. Zhang, in the West we think of massage as making the muscles feel better, but it's much more than that here.
不只是给他舒服，
不是舒服，要给他治病啊。他有病，我们是要给他治病，把他有肿块呢，让他消掉。
These two women have what we would call fibrocystic breast disease. In the West, we don't have a treatment for this disease. A lot of women suffer a long time. So if he's really helped her, that would be an example where we can't do very much.
So is it your hands that are doing this? Does he have special hands for this?
He has unbelievably gifted hands.
What did he teach you about using your hands?
Well, the first time he taught me, he brought this bag of rice that he uses for his students. And to show you what he said, he threw down the bag of millet in our little room, and he said, when you can learn this hand manipulation so that you can crush this millet or rice into dust, then you're ready to work on a human patient, not before.
How does she feel?
喂，请问你对按摩怎么样？你想有好处吗？
有好处，
肯定是有治疗方法。
因为以前我用什么药物治疗啊，用一些其他的那个外服药啊，什么内服药啊，都感觉不是很理想的。结果我治疗几次，就是经过 B 超嘛，还有 X 光嘛，照好多了。现在已经没有什么胀疼的感觉了。而且有块也消得正。
你有很多这样的病人吗？
对，
多少？
搞了27例。
怎么样？那个27？
他这27例啊，11例好，完全痊愈的。有的呢块变小了，2例是没有效的，但是其他的都是有效的，效果都比较理
想。What are you doing here?
现在做什么？
他是肝气郁结，所以我就要再选这个穴。
Bill, he believes that qi in her liver is the cause of her breast disease.
Why is he dealing with the liver and the spleen way down here, almost to the ankle?
In his way of thinking, the body is made up of these conduits where the qi goes all through the body. He's working on the liver using this point down by the foot because the liver meridian flows down the feet. And unfortunately, in a certain part of it, according to him, it's stuck. So he's got to push it, move it, help it flow. And then in his way of thinking, the breast disease will become better.
Why? What's happening when that qi is flowing?
I can't tell you. If I knew, I wouldn't have to keep coming back here.
Show me how my qi flows.
你想我在这个地方，我让你往下。
Getting warm.
像这个地方，像这个时候，我可以让它往上。
I felt that. Yes, I did feel it like a blood flow.
哎，这个是往上去的。
Yeah, it's right there. At dawn one morning, David took me to People's Park in Shanghai. He said if I really wanted to understand qi, this would be the place to do it. This is extraordinary. This park is absolutely full of people. doing exercises.
Yeah. And all over China, same thing is happening.
Every morning?
Every morning in every park in China. But these aren't exercises like we think of them, you know, aerobics, sit-ups and push-ups. This one, for example, is part exercise and part martial arts. The Chinese name is Tai Chi Chuan. This is a kind of exercise that's centuries old. There's this idea in Chinese medicine that the body has to move, that movement is as important as eating or sleeping. And 23, 24 centuries ago, they started to write pictures about how people should move to keep the body healthy. So they're moving, but it's more than that.
What do those motions, those physical attitudes have to do with qi?
If you ask this woman, she will tell you she can feel it. She can actually feel it. And she can move it. And in the Chinese rhetoric, that is health. If you can do that, you're healthy. If you can figure out where your center is, your right, your left, and how to concentrate your mind, that defines health. The idea is to connect with nature through movement. There's this old expression that the body has to be like a hinge on a door. If it's not swung open, it rusts.
What's he doing?
Moving. This man is doing Qigong. Although it looks like he's just rocking back and forth, he's really trying to focus where his energy in his body starts from. In his mind, he's trying to plant himself so that he feels as though he's rooted like a tree. And his arms are probably moving in his mind like a bird. And with that, he will tell you that he can feel balanced and centered, and then he can begin to move his energy.
Believe that happens? Moving energy?
I have never experienced it. I mean, I practiced Tai Chi for a year and felt deeply meditative and centered and balanced. I never felt the energy.
Why did you give it up when you went back? You don't have to just be in China to do Tai
Well,
Chi.
because I became an intern at a big teaching hospital. I had to be at work at 6:30.
So your health was no longer as important as other people's.
It was as important, but I could no longer take care of it the same way.
Now, what does that say?
It's a relatively recent phenomenon that Western medicine has suggested that calisthenics and aerobics and taking care of your physical stamina is essential to maintaining health or intervening in illness. To the Chinese, they started on the other side. They said that's a basic principle. You can't have health unless you maintain your body and use both physical exercise and mental meditation to be healthy. What this gentleman is doing, when I first saw it, looked so strange to me. He's doing what's called moving Qigong, walking Qigong. He's trying to meditate while he walks. He's walking, with a purpose to move his energy with every step.
What's happening to his body while he's doing this medically? Do we know?
Well, he's not getting a cardiovascular workout. I mean, it's not like he's on an exercise bike or a treadmill. But, this is one of the big questions. Do any of these martial arts change people physically enough to alter their disease or make them live longer? You ask me as a Western scientist, I don't know. But what I know is that there's hundreds of millions of people out in the fresh air every day and have been for 24 centuries with the belief that if they do these exercises, that's how they'll maximize their health. So the question to Western science is, are they right? Or are they just all deluded?